Well, that was very nice. In my opinion, the second game is way, way better. It got me very emotional. This game didn't get me that emotional. But it is a good game. Very good game. I just think that if the game would try to be a little bit less edgy and more on the realistic side, like the second game, I would probably get more attached to the characters and have stronger feelings. But I just think that it was too edgy, so it got me out of being able to relate to the characters and feel them for real. But maybe I'm the exception to the rule. I don't know. Is Super Wolf, are you here? I wonder, did you got emotional during the ending of the game? I don't know if you're here. I definitely did. I cry every time. Really? Man, so I guess it's only me. The second game really got me. This one didn't. But if it got you, then I guess that it did get a lot of other people. Most people also cried. Man, now I'm feeling like a robot. But I'm the type of person who do get emotional during those kind of things. So I just couldn't relate to the game too much. When I played the first episode of Life is Strange, I could understand, but thought that Chloe was incredibly, like, how to say it, like the friend that wasn't a friend, and I didn't feel connected to her. Yeah, so I'm not the only one. Yeah. But I only played episode 1 and 2. Yeah. I couldn't... yeah, I agree with you. I couldn't relate to Chloe. And when I played the second game, I could completely relate to everybody. I'm trying to think if there was a character I couldn't relate to. I think especially, this is my opinion, I think especially, let me skip this one. The fact that I had to take care of Daniel from the beginning of the game until the ending, I think that was what made me feel so attached to Daniel. I felt that I have to make choices that change the way that Daniel grows up. And I could see in real time every choice that I made as Sean influenced what happened to Daniel and how he behaved and what he grew up to be eventually. I think the fact that I had to, like, be a parent to Daniel really made me relate during the whole game, and the fact that I went through the whole game with him. Maybe this is what made me feel so emotional about the second game. I just couldn't relate. Means they learned from the first game. Yeah. I wonder if you had like how do you call it? Like a poll of all of the people who played Life is Strange. Which game would get higher rating? Which game people felt stronger emotion to? Yeah. It's very interesting, I think. It's very, you know what? Thinking about it, it's very hard to make a game that actually make you feel very emotional. You need to be very, very good at storytelling. That's sort of psychology, I think. I think I saw something about it recently, and the second game was very, very well received. Yeah, I after I finish the stream, I will go to YouTube and I would check other people's reaction to the ending of the game. But I think I would feel very alienated when I will see them react very emotionally because I couldn't relate. and I enjoyed the game, the majority of it. But yeah, I'm a crier. I enjoy crying. But yeah, this game didn't get me. 2 is overall the most hated of the Life is Strange games. First is the most popular one. For real? Are you serious? People hate the second game? I mean, I did get some comments on my YouTube videos of haters of the game that say, oh, this game is shit. Why did you like about it? But like, I didn't care about those people because there is nothing that exists in this universe that doesn't have polarized opinion. So when like a couple of people told me, oh, this is shit, why did you like this? I didn't care about those kind of people. I thought they were just assholes. But if the majority of people didn't like the second game, that is surprising. Because in my opinion, the second game is way better. Way better. Alright, I'm back. Where were we? So, most people don't finish up the game. They give up on the game because it's too boring and they don't like the characters, especially Daniel and people from the third episode. Like Finn, they are really hated. Also, Sean is too annoying for many people. Damn, I must say, just watching the game being played, they didn't strike me as annoying. Sean was the one who won though, with the voice that was a bit too uninterested at times. It sounded... Daniel has a great VA. Actually, personally, I found Sean voice actor great. I think, in my opinion, Superwolf, when you said that people find the second game too boring, I think this is exactly the reason I enjoyed the second game so much. Because if I were to change the wording when you say boring, in my opinion, boring means more realistic, less fictional. I think this is exactly the opposite of Life is Strange 1. I feel this Life is Strange 1 is very fictional. And I love fiction. I am a sucker for a good fiction. But I think that when you make not only make a video game, even when you write a book or make a movie or something like that, I think it's very, very important to strike a balance between fiction and reality and mix them in a way that make the fiction relatable and logical. Even when you have a fictional word, well, actually, let me take it back. I think the logic in the fiction world is quite good in this game, but how can I explain it? I see a lot of fictional movies and games and stuff like that I can't relate to the characters. They feel like too much cartoony, too much unrealistic. And I think that when you make a good fiction, like if you think about the second game, it's also fictional, right? You have the whole telekinesis superpower as well. But I think that the telekinesis is not meddling too much with the game feeling realistic. It's very hard for me to put the words to what I'm trying to say. So I think it's about striking a balance. And I think that the reason people liked I think that, let's say it like that. I'm trying to put it into words. It's very hard. I think the people who are in the camp of they love Life is Strange 1 more than Life is Strange 2 are the people who are more into the more fiction and more edgy stuff. Because I think that like Life is Strange 1 was way more focused on making like story very edgy and like every decision you make create an extremely different twist in the way that the story goes, and all the characters are very articulated, and the way they speak, they have a very strong and bold characters. And I think that the characters in the second game speak and behave like real people. They are very realistic, very quiet. Some people may call them boring. Like, Sean behaves like a normal a teenage kid. Daniel behaved like a normal teenage kid. But Chloe and Max, they have a very edgy... Well, Max less, but she's still, like, they have a very edgy characters. Very, you know, I'm a superhero and I'm going to save the world. I didn't feel this vibe when I played Sean or Daniel. They felt like they were just... fell into a situation that they had to deal with. They didn't want it. Anyway, I think I'm losing myself inside my explanation. I don't know if you got anything from what I was trying to explain, but to put it simply, I just feel that the reason people love Life is Strange 1 more is exactly the reason I liked it less. It's exactly the reason I enjoyed the second game more. Which is why people hate the second game. Yeah. So, both games are good in my opinion. But I will take the second game every day over the first one. But I guess that many people don't share my tastes. And this is alright. This is okay. Everybody have their own taste. I mean, not everybody. I'm sure there are people, like you said yourself, that you prefer the second game over the first one as well. Not only me. But yeah, I completely understand, like, people who are in the Life is Strange 1 camp. And I'm the Life is Strange 2 camp. But both games are good. Just very different. They feel very different. Interesting. I wonder if they were made by the same people, or was the team who created the game was different. I have to say I don't mind either. I enjoy both ends of the spectrum. Sometimes when it's too realistic, it gets hard to watch, like the racism in the second. Actually, I mean, it's... I don't want to say it to sound like racism is good. Racism is not good, but I enjoyed the fact that they included racism. It's way more relatable. Because real life also have racism. In my opinion, that made the game more realistic. You didn't have to create some edgy, crazy edgy stuff to make the, like, hate a character. I don't know. Of course it's great that they included it, but Sean getting beaten up twice because of it was hard to watch. Okay, if it was hard to watch for you, that makes sense. I actually think that the fact that it was hard to watch was actually good. Because you feel the knife twisting in your heart. Maybe it is just me, but like, I think it's important to show those kind of things. It serves different audience. I don't think there is a true answer to what is better or worse. It depends on taste and difference in opinions.